Alright, I'm back with another part of the King Arthur series, and last time the French decided to go to war with us. King Philip decided he has had enough of our expansion and our dream of a united Britain, and has decided he must put a stop to it. But after the war broke out, we decided to get some information. I went on a little bit of a scouting trip, and I run into King Philip himself, all alone trying to besiege my castle. And well, if we take a look at the party, you will soon see what happened to King Philip. He is now a prisoner of mine. But while we were trying to recover from our battle wounds after the fight, well, the French army has finally arrived. We were going to attempt to make it back to Pembroke to lock away the king for the remainder of the war, but then his cavalry showed up. If we take a look, there's just under 600 of them, and there's 6 French lords. If we can defeat this army, we knock their strength down to a little over 7,500, but we have the potential to capture 6 additional prisoners and prevent them from building armies. So I was thinking of abandoning the castle, leaving the French take it, but I think we have no choice but to make our stand. If we don't put a stop to them now, we're never going to be able to put a stop to them. Once more French lords arrive and combine forces, there is nothing we will be able to do. So we must defeat them when they're attacking us in smaller groups like this. The Scottish army is on the move. Alexander is coming to our aid with a total of 92 men. So I don't think he's going to be of any use to us. Well, this could prove to be a bit of a problem. We're building the defences ready for an epic fight, but another lord has joined the French army. They're now nearly 700 strong. If there's any more due to arrive, this could be over. Well, to be honest with you, I don't know whether to be worried or relieved. Another French army has shown up with nearly 800 troops. But they didn't combine forces. The 600 decided to attack prematurely. So, is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing? I'm not entirely sure. Can we put a stop to Army 1, then Army 2? Or is Army 1 just going to wipe us out anyway? I guess we have no choice but to fight on the battlefield. We're going to put up a heroic defense with our 2 catapults. I need archers along every single point of this wall. We are not going to put a stop to them if we don't work as a team. Oh, Lord. Please help us. How am I supposed to stop a force like this? We have the catapults firing. They're going to do the best that they can to put a stop to them. The only thing that we have that's helping is the fact that the enemy won't attack until the ram reaches the front gate. So we have a bit of time, men. We have a little bit of time. The goal is to kill as many ranged soldiers as possible to lower their morale. Once their morale is lowered, the infantry might retreat before the real fighting begins. As for the kill feed, it is looking great right now. The soldiers are putting up their best. Can we stop them though? Well, we're out of crossbow bolts. We're going to need a bit of a refill. In terms of the battle, well, right now it's actually going great. The ram is about to reach the walls, but we have crushed a lot of Frenchmen. Even though we only have 2 catapults, I mean, they have put in the work. I cannot argue with their effort. I mean, win or lose this battle, they have made me proud. And that is it. The French are retreating. We have done it, men. We live to see another day. Although with that other enemy army just outside our walls, that day may only be today. We may be dead tomorrow, but for now, the morale is high. I don't know why the archers are now coming up from the bottom. A bit late in it, lads. Now the question is, how many lords have we captured, and will the remaining ones group up with the other army? We have 1, 2, 3, and that is it. We only managed to capture half of them. Out of the original French army, there are only 200 of them remaining. I'm assuming they may flee, and now it is time for the second battle. That army now wants a piece of us. I'm hoping this army just flees and never returns. I'm hoping their morale is broke. They've given up. They've realized it was a lost cause. They shouldn't have gone to war, and they just leave the UK. That is actually my hope. I just hope they leave Britain and don't come back. But as for this army, well, how many lords are we dealing with now? Okay, there's another 7 lords with 800 soldiers. Not ideal, but if we can put a stop to the previous one, we can put a stop to this one. Well, it's not ideal. Another lord did end up joining them with an additional 100 soldiers, so we're now fighting nearly 900, and it's the exact same setup as last time. The enemy have a ram and we have 2 catapults. If the catapults put in the same work as last time, we might come out on top. Once more, men, I ask of you, to the walls and defend your homeland. Put a stop to the French once and for all. Oh man, just when I thought there was a lot of them last time, their numbers just keep increasing. We're going to do the same tactic as last time, I guess. We're going to fire away, hoping for the best, and just hope those catapults can get the job done. I mean, they're doing great so far. We have already taken down 50 of them. Just keep firing, men. Just keep firing. This guy is wounded. He is covered in blood, but he knows his family is on the line, and he must defend them. Just give it your all, lads. Give it your all. I can't ask for anything more. The ram is about halfway there. The kill feed is still looking great. Those archers are getting flattened in the front. If we take a quick look, we've taken down nearly 200 Frenchmen already before they've even reached the walls. That's about a quarter of their army gone. If we can slow them down a little bit more, I'm going to need some more crossbow bolts. But if I start targeting those pushing the ram, maybe we can delay the speed that it reaches the gate. This is about as far as they got last time. And there's an invisible wall we hit. Alright. There goes my plan of shooting the ram soldiers. Well, it looks like we're going to have a fight on our hands. The ram has reached the front gate. The French morale hasn't gone just yet. They're ready to come inside. And we're going to have to put a stop to that, I think. Alright, soldiers. I need the infantry to the walls. They're going to start scaling the ladders. And, well, they're already inside pretty much. My hope is to put a stop to them for as long as I can. I need the front gate to just delay them. That is the best thing I can ask for. If the front gate can hold for as long as possible, that would be great. You've just got to give us time, men. That's all I'm asking for. As much time as you can give me. The catapults are still firing, trying their best to put a stop to the enemy. You look important, so you've got to die. There we go. Alright, soldiers. They're getting inside, men. They are getting inside. Push them back. Don't allow them in the gates. How are we looking? How's the other side's holding? Okay, I don't think they're quite in yet. I see them queuing up at the front gate and they're still scaling the ladders on the far right. We still have a little bit of time. The question is, how much time though? That is my only concern. They have reinforcements arriving. The right side is still holding, but I think the front gate might have fallen. The kill feed is starting to look a bit redder. Yeah, I fear the front gate has fallen. Alright, soldiers, just keep fighting. As I said, I can't ask nothing else of you. You have put your lives on the line. You didn't abandon me. You fought till the last man. This battle has been a bit more brutal than the previous one. But we're going to have to just try our best. As for the other sides, I don't know how we're holding out. The kill feed is starting to look a lot redder. It means we are starting to fall. But where? That is my question. Where are we dying? Where have the enemy breached? Just hold, soldiers. I repeat, hold the lines. Okay, the right side seems to be doing fine. Maybe it's just a massacre in the middle. If I can assist with the middle, we can stop them coming through the front gate, and then these soldiers can get up on the walls. Alright, lads, just push them back outside the castle. Forwards! Keep them out! They have to go single file up the ladders, so there's a bit of a delay. But if they breach in the front gate, it's such a big gap inside the castle that they can just start flowing inside. But the gate is the one thing we definitely don't want to fall. There's only a handful of them left now, though. We can just cut them down and get this over and done with. And it's done. We have defended the front gate. Actually, we have defended the castle. The battle is over, men. We have done it. We have just cut down like 1,500 Frenchmen. Look at the stats of this battle. The renown, the influence, the morale is at an all-time high. And all that remains of that French army is 5 soldiers. Some of the lords did manage to escape. We didn't capture them all. But to be honest with you, I don't think I'm going to be able to capture them with my current movement speed. So he's going to get away. But if we take a look at the diplomacy tab, the French strength is down to 7.5. We now have 12 prisoners. So overall, this is looking good. There aren't many defenders left in this castle anymore. Most of them have fallen in battle, which is a shame. But I'm going to have to abandon it now. I can't keep defending it in our current position. I'm going to fall back to Pembroke, regroup a little bit, and plan our next move. We have so much excess gold now that I'm going to spend 60,000 on a brand new helmet. And by the time I sell all of this battle loot, I imagine we're going to make a lot of it back. And like I said, we have made all of our money back. I paid 60,000 for the helmet. The shopkeeper had 40,000 gold. And we have not only stolen enough items to get the money of the helmet, but we've also taken all of his gold. Oh man, what am I supposed to do with all this? Well, now that it has taken into account the loss of the French armies and the lords that we have captured, they're down to just under 6,500 strength. We have managed to knock nearly 2,000 off their total. I mean, they're still expecting us to pay them 7,000 a day, but our strength is actually slowly growing while theirs is rapidly falling. But not only that, due to the sheer size of France, there are lords that won't even enter this battle. Some of them will permanently remain in France protecting their borders. Because if they were to all march, someone else would just take advantage. So some of the lords always remain behind. And we have the Scottish army here trying to besiege a castle. So we're going to join up with them. We're going to get the job done. And well, that would be one step closer to a united Britain. We will only have one castle, one town. Well, 2 towns. No, 3 towns. We got there in the end. And 2 castles. And then we are done. It is over. We have conquered the British Isles. Well, this isn't a great position to be in. There are only 250 defenders. But we have 2 towers and a ram, and they have 4 lovely catapults. Oh, lads, did you not learn from the 2 siege defenses I pulled off at the beginning of this video? I mean, even though we heavily outnumber them, even with 2 catapults, I inflicted heavy casualties. Oh, Lord help us. Alright, soldiers, for once, we are the aggressors. It is time to put a stop to the enemy. I don't know how we're going to do it. There's 4 catapults firing at us. Just hope for the best, men. Hope for the best. I don't know what else to say. I'm sorry. Maybe the French don't have the accuracy that the Welsh do, so we won't suffer as many casualties. Either way, that guy was looking at me funny, so I had to put a bolt in his head. He was looking at me funny. They're not even looking at me. Now I'm just being cruel and just putting bolts in their heads for the fun of it. I mean, they are lined up nicely here. Alright, who shot that guy and put me off my rhythm? Alright, there we go. We're back in the swing of things. We're going to keep firing at these heads. And we're going to put a stop to as many soldiers as we can. I swear there's going to be no one left on this wall once we're done. Is that it? Is that everyone? We do have this guy, but his head is pretty close to the wall. And he moved as soon as he saw me. Well, that's that then. If we take a look, I've already killed 16 people just by popping their heads. Oh, God. The kill feed. It's begun. The crunching of the men. Right, first things first, once we breach, we have no choice but to eliminate the catapults. That is going to be my goal. Oh God, another brutal hit. We've got to get inside as quick as we can, and we really do have to take down those catapults. They haven't taken down any of this. Oh, actually, have we lost the tower? We must have lost our right tower, it seems. Alright, soldiers. We have no choice but to breach and put a stop to them quickly. As I said, I need to try and get inside, and I need to get to that catapult. And we're in. I've managed to slip round the back of the enemy. We're going to ignore them all. If I can take down at least one of the catapults, I mean, that'll be great. The strength of one alone is enough to kill like tons of men. So we're going to put a stop to that. I'm going to take this pot and just throw it at them. Yeah, how do you like that, lads? It didn't really do a lot. But it looks like we might have breached. For some reason, the enemy are rotating from this position. They have abandoned the wall. We're going to take advantage of that. They're going to try and reclaim the catapult. In the meantime, I'm going to slip on past and try to put a stop to the 2 on top of the gatehouse. But there are a lot of archers in the way, it seems. It is absolutely swarmed with them. Oh, and more infantry has shown up. We're going to have to help this guy. He seems to be stuck in the corner with some friends. Just keep going forward, soldiers. Do not stop. I repeat, do not stop. Although that being said, the gate has fallen. They're abandoning the gatehouse. I think this battle is soon to be over. We have defeated the French, but at what cost? I lost 15 soldiers. In total, we lost nearly 100. Now that we have taken the castle, it is time to move on. There's no point hanging around here. I'll leave the army do wherever they want. We have other places to be. It is our responsibility to keep patrolling these lands and finding out as much information about the French as we can. They're voting to give the castle to me. I mean, realistically, do I want it? Probably not. Because it now means I have to defend it. It is now my responsibility. When all I wanted was to roam the lands. I just wanted to put a stop to the French every opportunity I got. But now I have people to look after. The enemy have begun besieging one of our castles. I mean, realistically, can we stop them? It might be a small army because there really were no defenders when we left, so they might be taking advantage of that. Or the French is, oh, okay, they've mustered up a fairly decent-sized army. We're looking at 2 mini armies of 300 each. But like I said, there's no defenders here, so I'm pretty sure we're going to lose this castle. I would try and break in, but the men that I'll lose doing that, it just won't be worth it, to be honest with you. Now the French armies are on the move once again. I don't know where they're going, though. We need to find out. The awkward part is we're at a bit of a crossroads. They could go left, they could go right. And if I choose the wrong one, we could be on the wrong side of them and we could lose another castle. I need to know where they're going. Well, by the looks of things, they're going after me. Well, we managed to lose the one army. I don't know where they've gone, which isn't great, to be honest with you. And the other one, well, they're off south to defend the castle they just took. The Scottish army has made their move. Whether both French armies are going south, we'll have to find out. If they both go south, we might be able to cut them down in one decisive battle. There is now another French army. I don't know if this is the one we lost in the beginning or whether this is a third one that has shown up. Right now, my only goal is to delay them while the Scottish army takes the castle, and we have done just that. The Scottish army at the time, they've lost a lot of men now, but they were big enough that one of those armies wouldn't have attacked, but they weren't big enough to hold back both of them. This poor AI army doesn't know what to do. Every time I run after them, they turn around and chase me. So we're just playing cat and mouse right now. I mean, if we end up doing this till the end of the war, that's fine by me. As long as I prevent them from taking any of my land, that is our only purpose right now. We don't want to lose any of Britain to the French. You've got to be kidding me. The Irish have just declared war on us? Really? Really, my friend, with the position that we left you in last time? We literally left you with one town. That was it. Just one. And now he's come back. Well, we're going to have to put a stop to the Kingdom of Ireland, I think. We're going to have to give them the same treatment we gave the English. If we take their last town, they're going to end up disbanding and we won't have to worry about them. As separate clans, they'll all be too weak to retake any land from us. The only concern I have is how do I get into Ireland, put a stop to them, while at war with the French? That is a bit of an issue. I don't think we really can. So the Irish might actually start fighting back and causing a bit of chaos until we can get there and stop them. Well, it looks like our war with the French might be coming to an end. We have battered each other. We have taken heavy casualties on both sides. And well, we managed to take a castle from them. I don't think we ended up losing one. There was one that we were on the verge of losing, but I think we managed to retake it before this peace treaty came in. I will have to take a look after it, but I imagine they're going to accept it. Yeah, okay. I mean, we'll have to pay them 2,500 a day, which isn't great. In terms of sieges, there you go. We had 2 successful ones. They had 1. So I think that's us taking their castle, them taking mine, and then us retaking the one that they took. I believe that's the 2-1. But now that we have signed this peace declaration, it is time to summon the Bannerman and take down the Irish once and for all. I sent out the call. I summoned every lord I possibly could. There is no one left to join me. I've recruited them all into the biggest army I can, and to be honest with you, the army's a bit disappointing. I was expecting more than 600 soldiers to show up, but we have marched on the Irish. This is their final town. We are heavily outnumbered, but the garrison will begin to starve in 2 days' time, and if we just wait out the garrison, we will outnumber the defenders, and then we can bring an end to the Irish once and for all. And that will give us a chance to rebuild our armies ready for the final war against France. Although actually, in between that, we do have a rebel army to crush. I forgot about Dublin. Those rebels are comfortably living there for far too long. We should have put a stop to them ages ago. So I think the next step is this. We take this town. We bring an end to Irish rule. We crush the rebellion in Dublin. And we prepare for our final war with France. And then in the final war, we retake Buckingham Castle. We take London. And that is it. We have united all of the British Isles under a single banner. And then we are done. We would have accomplished our lifelong dream. And the autosave has interrupted my speech. But for now, we're going to build our siege camp. We're going to build our offensive equipment. And we're going to take this town. And it is time to begin the final battle with the Irish. They're mustering up an army, but it is just too late. They're not going to be able to muster up enough soldiers to put a stop to us. We have the attack equipment. We have the towers. We have the ram. All that is left is to cut down the militia. Alright, soldiers, you know what needs to be done. This town falls and we spare ourselves a lot of further bloodshed. We will no longer have to fight the Irish, other than those darn rebels. But I mean, outside of the Irish armies, we will no longer have to worry about them. We can go home and actually rest for once. It'll be just my luck. We'll finally bring an end to the Irish. I'll cross back over into Wales. We'll get to Pembroke and then the Pope will declare war on me or something. This game just has it in for me and won't allow me to have a rest. As for the Irish soldiers, well, they seem pretty hidden. There's only 1 or 2 about. Actually, there's a good stack of them over there, so maybe I should start firing back at the guy that's trying to kill me. I think I've wandered too deep into enemy territory. There's a lot of archers now trying to kill me. For some reason, they all seem to be heavily guarding the front gate and no one is back here. But I'm pretty sure this is where our towers are going to breach unless I'm wrong. Well, this is it, soldiers. Are you ready? It is time to climb the siege tower and bring an end to them once and for all. I mean, no one's climbing with me. Come on, lads. What, I've got like 2 soldiers with me? There's 3 ladders for a reason. Now start climbing. How am I expected to bring an end to this army with 2 guys? That's it. Oh, and he's going back down the ladder. Alright, he saw what the Irish had to offer and he was like, nah, I'm out of here. Meanwhile, the other one is battle hungry and has run to his death. There's no middle ground, it seems. You either flee from the battle or you charge head on. The Irish have somehow taken my tower. I don't know what they're doing this far forwards. Get back on your wall and defend your castle. You should not be inside my tower. Alright, come on, men. We're nearly inside. We're gonna put a stop to them. And I think we're pretty much done. The power bar shows that there's still a lot of them alive, but we are inside. Why are they not defending their walls? Okay, well, we found the issue. There's about 1 million archers and they're all stuck in this one tower. We're gonna try and cut our way in. If I can cut my way in, that would be great. And we're in. Okay. What is the current situation then? You know what? We're gonna leap over and slice from behind. They never saw it coming. It is an Arthur Pendragon special. But we now seem to have them trapped both ways inside this tower. Hopefully we can kill them soon. I might just leave this in the hands of the men. I mean, they are archers after all. It shouldn't be a problem. Meanwhile, I turn around and what do I see? I see an army full of infantry. Where did you all come from? Look at them, man. They're even defending the walls with pitchforks. They really did muster up whatever they could for their final defense. Poor guys, they don't know what hit them. They just got attacked by Britain's finest. There seems to be a brawl at the front gate right now, so I'm going to head on down, assist the men. If we can breach here, I think it's safe to say the war is over. And you know what? I think we're done. There's someone stuck under the stairs. Someone always gets stuck under the stairs. We're just going to shoot him. It's the only way to get him out of there. There we go. But by the looks of things, the battle is pretty much over. There seems to be a handful of Irish defense. Well, actually, I say a handful. That power bar at the top of my screen is still 100 men. There's 100 Irish soldiers somewhere, and I have no idea where. There's about 6 of them, but there's still 100 to go. Where can you be? There seems to be a big brawl going on this side. Is this all of them? Is this where we're getting held up? It still doesn't feel like 100 to me, but I could be. Oh, actually, never mind. This tower might be one of them like clown towers with the amount of them that just keep popping up outside. It's like a little clown car, man. But either way, oh god, there's even more coming out. Are there any more of you? There's still more of you inside. How many of you are in this tower? They're multiplying. The Irish are actually multiplying in front of my eyes. And now I think we're done. It is over. There is no more inside this tower. There's probably 1 or 2 oh, there's literally 1 remaining somewhere. Oh, there we go. And we're done. We have captured the Queen of Ireland, if I remember correctly. She was married to the king, I believe. Yep, there we go. And you know what? I'm feeling generous. We're gonna let you go. There's no point catching you. I mean, well, we have defeated your entire nation. And there you have it. The Irish have been defeated. All of the remaining clans have declared war on us individually. But as a whole, they have been defeated. We're going to show mercy as we always do, and then we're going to disband the army. I don't need them anymore. They can go off and rebuild their forces however they feel like. We're going to get rid of the prisoners. I'm also going to try and sell some more of this battle loot that I've been hoarding. We just have so much. I haven't managed to get rid of it all. But that being said, there is like 80,000 gold in this town. So I will be pocketing most of that, I'm pretty sure. There you go. We have taken 90,000 gold and I still have more crap to sell. But it is over. We have defeated the main enemy forces. As I mentioned, we do still have Dublin, but they're not really a concern right now. They're not rising up in rebellion again. Well, they have risen up in rebellion. I mean, they're not further rising up in rebellion. They haven't decided to try and take a castle or anything like that. Right now, they're just happy with Dublin. I guess the question is, do we try and take out the rebels straight away, or do we first allow the armies to rebuild and then turn our attention to Dublin? I mean, it's a little late now. I've left it go on for quite a while, but maybe it's time Arthur actually gets married and starts expanding the clan. We now have plenty of gold, and I mean, we have plenty of room for parties. So I should probably look into getting some additional lords. But like I said, we've left it a little late considering we're 2 towns and 1 castle away from finishing our end goal. But I suppose it's never too late to start our family. But that is going to be it for this part of the King Arthur series. As always, a big thank you to the Gwaggles members for your continued support. And if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe, and until next time, see ya.